Hello, Guardians. It is Ebontis. Today, July 24th, the legend Lost Sector is K1 crew quarters. We are on the moon, and we are going for legs. If you're still farming for those, or a good roll from the new ones from Season of the Splicer, now is your time. You've got Barrier and Overload Fallen Champions. Not really too bad. Void and Aerial Damage, just kind of keep your feet on the ground. The Void isn't really too bad. The Burn is Arc. So you're definitely going to want to match your heavy there. Fallen modifier is Hot Knife. You're going to want to have a solar weapon. This is actually very similar to Lost Sector over here, K1 Logistics. I was working on the Master video, which you guys will see in about a week and a half or so. But whenever that one comes back in rotation, I did the Master. But here, it's almost the same loadout because you have Barrier and Overload. That's the same. Scout Rifle and Hand Cannon. Pick a hand cannon that you like. Probably a solar scout rifle or vice versa. Either one will do, but you're going to want a solar weapon here to deal with the shanks. Solar hand cannon or solar scout. The solar scout is probably easier to come by. Pick a hand cannon, any hand cannon. It's up to you. As you guys can see, I'm not using the Fancy Pants Explosive Payload Firefly. Just a normal one. Explosive Payload Firefly just makes the stunning easier. Biggest thing you want to do. Whatever you want to use in your heavy slot, just make sure it's arc. You have a ton of options. Anarchy. Probably a very popular one just to sit there and tick damage on things. I've even done it with linear fusion rifles, and I probably could do it just fine, but my loadout's already set up with... Just make sure Scavenger, Reserves, and Ammo Finder are all going to match your heavy. Make sure on your chest piece that whatever your energy slot is, that you've got arc, a resistance to match it. At least put that mod in there. Arc is probably preferable with a lot of the Fallen in here. Solar's probably second. Void is really not too bad to avoid. The boss isn't too bad, but anyway, whatever you got for your chest plate, match that resistance, and just whatever heavy you want to use, just make sure it's arc. If you want to go exotics, you guys know I don't use exotics in these videos, so you can use whatever you want. You can definitely have some fun options in here. Anarchy, of course, it's going to be a big one. Wardcliff Coil, you can probably delete some stuff, but people have said the rockets are a little squirrely. If you get the Catalyst, it is much more... the tracking is basically a lot better. Prospector, I keep thinking about using that one, but I don't. But again, you've got a couple options in here for sure. Thunderlord, sadly wish it was better, but it's not. So, really whatever you feel comfortable. Just a decent grenade launcher is really all you need. Sword would probably work. Might be a little dicey with the boss, so something with range. Rocket launcher, grenade launcher, your two basics. Linear fusion, if that's all you got, you could still probably get it done. So let's jump in and see how this goes. Alright, so when you start, you're going to have quite a few enemies that spawn over here on the left-hand side. Use this rock for cover. Just start kind of watch for the Vandals. They're going to be trying to get you with the range damage, and their shots are going to be arc, so they will hurt the most. As arc is the burn, you got to be careful. Their little tracer shots get to be a little frustrating. But if you're running an arc subclass, you want to throw a grenade out there, put some work in, just watch your health. It's not that you've got to go flawless, but if you're trying to practice to be better at some of this stuff, you can. Watch the grenades. Those will definitely ruin you a little bit. Those dregs have some accurate throws. Once you kill enough of the adds and you get the second wave to spawn, you're going to see... I think I got to kill most of these guys. You're going to see a champion spawn after a little bit. Alright, when you see the second wave come out of the back, the champion likely will be up. There he is. And this is where we're going to want to make sure a rocket or grenade launcher, whatever your heavy is loaded. Now, this champion is going to have a lot of arc shots coming at you. So if you do want to get aggressive, you are going to have to be careful with your positioning, just due to the shanks. Now, I'm getting up here close and personal so I can make sure each one of my arc grenades actually hits. But if you get 3 solid shots at this difficulty, you can kill them. And then you got 2 shanks that are waiting over here. Just watch your positioning so you don't have to worry too much about those. Once you cross the threshold of this door, you'll see 2 exploder shanks pop up. Kill them quick, just so they don't kill you. Grab your scout rifle. The wall will come down, and you'll see a few dregs coming out, and kill those as they run up. You can sit back here and plink a lot of guys down from here. Actually, it works pretty well as they come out to kill them before they get to be too aggressive. You'll see the Marauders are up there, so they're getting ready to put their work in. So be aware that you might have some invisible Marauders up here. They will definitely hurt. And again, the Solar Scout Rifle, so far, you're like, I've seen 2 guys to use it. Well, it gets to be a little more helpful in a bit. But again, stay back a little bit. The Barrier Servitor is going to be a little annoying depending on what he puts his barrier shielding on. But if you can shoot things without being shielded, well, more power to you if you can get the option to. If they get shielded, there's only so much one can do until they get out of that thing's range. One thing you can do is maybe come around here. You might pull them up high enough up the ramp. And, you know, every so often try and put a grenade down there just to annoy them. Yeah, they're getting really aggressive. So, I'm going to come down here, see what's up. Just always kind of adapt. You'll usually have a couple different angles of attack. Now, again, I told you guys I don't use my super. I don't use exotics when I do these runs, so you don't have to. But again, if you've got a good exotic, use it. By all means, that's literally why they're there. I just do it so you don't have to be like, you need this specific loadout to do this run. I don't ever want it to be that way. That's why I don't use them. I just want to show you guys that any basic loadout can do this. And then, man, they're really just stacking up over there. Once you get the servitor down to low enough health, just to make life easier, you probably want to just go for the kill. A couple grenade launcher shots, one big rocket shot, probably will do most of the trick for you. Watch for your invisible shots, and then watch back here. You'll have a couple dregs that you can take out, but you're going to start seeing a couple vandals get line of sight on you. Those are the ones you want to pick off from range. So you've got the one vandal over there on the left. You also have one over here on the right. Usually camping out behind these little engines. And then we can slowly start pushing up. We'll have an overload captain up front. Looks like we got another guy who came to the side. Now, there was heavy sitting around there. I probably should pick it up. Did I? I might have. All right. So reload the heavy. Just make sure it's good to go. Check your scout rifle. Apparently, I am low on ammo. That's okay. It's an overload captain, so I can manage this. Easiest place to hide. Normally, he's not this aggressive back here. So if you give it a second, you'll probably have a second. Now, good thing about being over here, I almost did forget it. You're going to have two solar shanks up here. Don't forget about those. You'll just get plinked off by a couple arc sniper shots, and as the burn is arc, it's going to hurt. So find your last couple stragglers if you can. Make sure your heavy's ready. If you want a different vantage point, things feel a little chaotic, you can actually go vertical up here and move your position without the arc guide knowing. Now, that's the only problem. Sometimes that guy up there will be just barely visible. If that's the case, that's one less thing you got to deal with when you get up there. All right, so you got to find your champion. Same thing, hit him with your grenades. If you don't quite get the direct hits, it'll take like 4. You need the direct hits, especially with something like Spike, and the direct hit plus the splash damage, that type of thing will add up. So around here, you're going to have some shanks on this lower level, and ones that were trying to kill me. That was cute. They all exploded wonderfully. And depending on what's up there, they may be shielded, they may not. Like that one literally just rotated out of position. It's fine with me, I'm not going to argue. You do have to find your barrier servitor. So find his position. If you can hit him once with a grenade, dude just jukes my grenade. He's like, I got you. I'm going to juke it. He's just being cute now. Spike grenade like that can kind of get some pressure on him. Once he goes to pop that shield, just be ready for it. And then go for the... If you can get those arcing shots over there, you should do it. If you got any ammo left, pick it up. See if you got any other ads up here, and then we will go for the boss. We're at 6 minutes on kind of a slow but reasonable run. Last time I was pushing a little quicker, less talking when I did it on my own, so you could probably do this faster. About 5 minutes. If you get aggressive using exotic and supers, things will probably go down pretty fast. Now, you do have one more champion that's going to spawn. So, my advice, do enough damage to the boss to get the champion to spawn. But hit him once, especially if you got like breach and clear on. Do enough damage, and then champion will appear. You can reload, see what happens. I can throw a grenade out there right now, see if I can put any continuous damage on it as well. Arc grenades are going to be good for that. You need to find your champion. It's going to be hanging out there in the middle. Now, there's going to be a fair amount of ads up here, so we got to figure out where the champion went off to. Now, if he's, you know, making that guy invulnerable, it makes things quite interesting. Grab your ammo, be elusive. Now, if this Nightmare Drag wants to play nice, you can just, you know, knock him out if you have the ammo. If not, you might have to be a little more passive with it. But your goal depending on how much heavy ammo you have, is to try and find our genius little servitor who's playing basically keep away right now. Now, if I hit him, I gotta make sure I go for the kill. There we go. Now I can kill the rest of the ads and then finish the boss. And again, use that grenade while you're up here. And then once you're ready, finish them off with heavy. Now again, I've got a lot of heavy. Could take you a little longer if you don't have as much heavy ammo. And that's a wrap. You don't even have to kill the guys. If you're over 15 minutes though, don't run for the chest if you're close to dying, because you would actually lose the ability to open the chest at that point. Now I could clear things out if I want to. Just be careful if you're low on health and past that 15-minute mark. Other than that, we'll open it up, and that is how you would do it. 8 minutes is slow. I've definitely done it faster. Let's get back to orbit and wrap it up. So overall, yeah, with a good super like Curious of the Falling Star or Chaos Reach, you can work your way through this thing very quickly with some pretty good modifiers. If you got a good heavy weapon as well, get some decent drops, you can start farming legs pretty quickly. So your only shields are going to be solar. So that's the only thing to matter for your energy weapons. So your subclass and your heavy, make those art, get the most out of those. Barrier and overload, as you can see, they're really not too much of a pain. Just watch positioning and watch out for those few snipers. The Vandals, as you slowly work up that big, you know, rock ledge in the middle, and then the two snipers at the end that you're going to have to jump across to get to the final section. Watch for those solar shanks, the sniper shanks. They will definitely hurt. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like below. If you've got a loadout that you like using, please drop that down below as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you did enjoy the video, you guys can hit that subscribe button. Nice way to support the channel. If you want to see future videos, hit that alert bell next to it as well. And if you do want to support me with, you know, a little extra, you can join the channel as a member. Always appreciated, but never required. You guys can find me on Twitter @Ebontis and twitch.tv/Ebontis as well. Thank you all very much, and I'll see you soon.